What's going on YouTube? It's Brayzon back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video here today on my channel. I'm going to be going over some settings you need to make sure that you're looking at, and just some other tips throughout, some of the multiplayer screens that will help you in leveling faster and unlocking more rewards and everything like that. So that being said, we're just going to go ahead and get into the options. So a couple things that you're going to want to make sure you check when you go into your options is obviously you want your horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity. That's just your basic sensitivity. That's been pretty much in every COD. At least they've had one sensitivity and then they've changed it to two. But they also have the ADS sensitivity multiplier. So you want to make sure that you're moving this with, testing it out and things like that. So basically this means that, high zoom, if you have 3.25 or more zoom, if you set it at 1, it keeps the default ADS sensitivity. So if you want to move faster with the sniper, or maybe move slower if you have that zoomed in so far, then you want to play around with this. And then this is a low zoom. So this is like if you have, red dots and just basic iron sights and everything like that, then you want to see how fast you want to snap when you're zoomed in. So you might snap very quickly with your vertical and horizontal stick sensitivity, but then when you actually zoom in, you want to slow it down. You want, like I said, you want to test that out to see how fast it is and kind of play around what's going to give you the best shot. Definitely something that you're going to have to work on. It's not going to be, one game and you will figure it out. Next is the aim response curve type. So this is new. So a couple of these things that are new in this game. So that's why you definitely want to check your settings out and see what you're working with. So as you see, there's 3 different types of aim response curve. There's standard, which is the simple power curve map. There's linear, which aim state maps directly to aim rate, and then reverse S-curve mapping for fine aim rate control. So basically what that means is the response curve type is, do you want it to move very fast and then to slow to fast, or do you want it to be one speed the whole time in the response curve type? So this is definitely something that you want to test. Once again, a lot of these settings, they really made it so that you could have a lot of different options, so each playstyle can actually have each class that they want. It's not going to be like old Call of Duties where all you have is your sensitivity and everyone's pretty much playing the same. Aim, zooms, if you have a certain playstyle and you think you want to be linear or standard or whatever, there's no really right or wrong. It's just going to be what works for you. Controller vibration, you always want this disabled. You don't want controller vibration because it could mess up your shot. Just a tip, I don't know if you guys know that. If you have played Call of Duty, you probably do know that. But if you're kind of new to the franchise, then that might be something you don't know. You don't want vibration in your controller because it, will jiggle your controller when you're trying to aim straight. And it's almost like when they shoot at you, instead of you just continue to hold your shot, it just gets worse and worse. So there's also different types of aim assist this year, which is also new. There's the standard, which is just traditional aim slowdown near target. There's precision, which is strong aim slowdown that only kicks in when aiming closer to target. So this is best for accurate players, it says. And then focusing, strong aim slowdown that also kicks in when narrowly missing target. Best for players new to analog aiming. So if you're a new FPS shooter player, that's definitely something you want. Myself, I'm trying out precision because I consider myself a pretty accurate player. But standard also could work if you just want to stick to the regular aim slowdown, near target. There's weapon mount activation. There's different types you can do to mount activation. So you can aim and melee. You can just when you aim down the sight. And then there's also double tap ADS. So aim down the sight for me is L1. So if I just have L1 and then I click R3 to mount as of right now. But it's definitely something that, you could work with as well if you just want to double tap ADS when you're on that wall mount. So that way you'll actually activate the wall mount. And then there's weapon mount movement exit. So if you move, do you want it to, enabled? If it's enabled, if it moves, then it's gonna move you off the wall mount. Whereas if you disable it, you have to release ADS to a mount. So I just have it where I can move. That way I can just get off of the wall mount whenever I want. But that's kind of how you want. You could switch the aim down sight behavior, which is pretty new. If you just click it once, if you have it on the toggle, then it basically just aims down until you stop. I definitely don't advise that setting. Just leave it on hold so that you have to hold down your ADS. They have that for everything. These aren't that important. You just definitely want to check it out. If you want to tap circle or tap your slide behavior, whichever your slide would be. But like I said, I would keep those the same. I wouldn't mess with those too much. So over here in general settings, there actually is some different settings that you're going to have to work with. And one of them is film grain. So just go ahead and turn this off. Film grain, it just basically like makes it kind of staticky in a sense. And there's no reason to have it on. You can kind of see in the picture here, but if you go check your game out, you'll see the biggest difference where it's really staticky, and then on one side, and then on the other side, it's like basically no static at all. You don't want static. I don't want film grain on mine, so definitely just take that off. And then I don't know. Okay, so it is in the accessibility. Turn off your motion blurs. So I don't understand why they put motion blurs in the game. I think everyone should play with this disabled. It's definitely something you should go look at. And you can see, and like I said, once again, if you go to yours, it's probably going to be more clear than a smaller screen. If you're watching on like a big computer, TV of something, it might be a little bit easier to see. But basically, it's when you move, let's say you're turning to shoot someone, the world kind of blurs. You don't want that. You want it to be, no blur at all. Even though obviously if you're in person, and that's more of like a realistic kind of thing, is if you're turning real fast, you'll blur a little bit. But since we're in a game, we don't want blur. It's going to be hard to see people in windows and things like that. And same way, you don't want your weapon blurring. So go ahead and turn that off as well. And then that's all you want in the general. So in audio, you definitely want to mess around with your audio settings, depending on what headphones you're using, or if you're using stereos and things like that. There's really no right or wrong in the audio mix. I'm testing boost high right now, but as they adjust the game and footstep sounds and things like that, it will mess with it. And then you can mess around with your settings as well. If you want to go more competitive, you might want to turn down your music volume all the way. I have my master volume at 25% right now, and it's still blasting in my ears. I feel like my ears are bleeding when I play. So it's pretty loud. And then obviously if you have open mic thresholds and things like that, but I don't, have a mic threshold really. I don't really care about that. So that's pretty much it on the settings. Those are the tips that I have on the settings, and there's a couple tips in the Barox and things like that with the challenges. Just in case you haven't checked these out yet, it might be good for you to try these. That way you can get some extra XP and level up. And you want to go to these missions, right? So there's different ones you can do. So there's boot camp, which I don't have active yet, but complete 1 public match, get 5 public matches, and you see on the bottom right, you're getting XP as well as a reward, which is a calling card. So if you can call in a kill streak, get 3 kills using lethal equipment, and then win 1 public match, and then you get the Piercer submachine gun. So right now I'm doing this on the best of the best, just because it was basically just getting kills, and I feel pretty confident in that ability. So it's get 10 double kills, 5 kills without dying 10 times. I've already done it 7. 1 triple kill, but you have to do them in order, just so you know that. So it won't unlock until I do number 2. Then you get 1 triple kill, 10 kills without dying 5 times, 3 fury kills, which is 4 rapid kills, 15 kills without dying. You get an emblem and 9,000 XP, and then 1 quad feed, 4 interrupted kills in the quad feed. You get this Plague Sword sniper rifle. So it's not actually going to be a sniper that boosts, your gameplay or anything like that. I believe it's just going to be straight cosmetic as far as I know. Maybe not. I haven't unlocked it yet. I don't know if anyone else has unlocked a lot of these yet, but from what I know, it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just a sniper you can unlock from there. But either way, there is more rewards in here. And then you also have your daily challenges as well, which these you can do. Get 15 kills when Dead Silence is active. Kill 5 enemies with kill streaks. And basically, you just get a lot of XP like this. So this helps you level up. And definitely helps you level up when you're moving. And guys, also in your loadouts, you can make guns into different guns. So what I mean by that is, for the M4, you could also make it into an M16. So I don't have all of it unlocked yet, but you can also get the burst option as a perk. And then as you see, I have the M16 stock already. So as you unlock more attachments, you can make certain guns into different guns. So they're really big on gun customization in this game. So you want to make sure you're checking that out and testing it out as much as possible. Don't, only think about, okay, I'm building an M4. Think of it as I'm building a gun from scratch. What kind of gun do I want to build? you could basically make a whole video off of that, so I won't go too in depth. But like I said, you can make this M4 into an M16, the AK, which I don't have unlocked yet. You can make that from an AK-47 to an AK-74U. You can even make it more into the RPK. If you've seen in Call of Duty's past and you've played, you kind of know that, you know, just by the different, like the magazine, you kind of tell that this gun could go into a 74U. If you took off the front of the barrel, it could go into an RPK if you added certain things to, you know, like I believe the magazine would go to the back of the barrel or whatever. So it's just different ways to, you know, build guns and just make sure that you're playing the game to the full capability. So hopefully those tips help you guys out. Let me know if they do and if it helps you guys do better. As you see, I'm only level 25, so as I unlock more things, I'm going to continue to put out more videos, hopefully for you guys, on what's best, what tips and things to unlock. And that being said, guys, leave a like if you guys do want me to put more Call of Duty videos with tips and tricks and everything like that to help you guys out. Let me know if you want me to add gameplay to it. I can add gameplay into the video to kind of show you guys either the differences or maybe just like, hey, this class is really good. Here's a gameplay of it. Test it out yourself and play around with it. That being said, guys, leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you guys can see exactly when my videos go live. And as always, I'll see you next time.